here's an easy one. This square needs a 1. Those can't be a 1 because that's a 1, and those can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. Welcome to the Left Coast. Got some Sudoku tonight, and let's get right to it. Let's see. Finished puzzle 12 last time, so lucky number 13 this time. So let's get right to it. Very, very quickly, each square of the 9 squares has to have the numbers 1 through 9. Each column has to have the numbers 1 through 9, and each row has to have the numbers 1 through 9, and they can't repeat. So what we have to do is use the numbers that are here, or the, clues, to figure out where things go. So I will work my way through this, and I'll just try and explain what my brain is doing as we go along. And yeah, anyway, here we go. So here's an easy one. This square needs a 1. Those can't be a 1 because that's a 1, and those can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. Now this square needs a 1. These can't be 1 because that's a 1, and these can't be 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. And then this square here needs a 1. This can't be a 1 because that's a 1, and these can't be a 1 because that's a 1, and that can't be a 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones, so all the ones are done. Let's look at this row right in the bottom middle section. It only needs 2 left. 2 numbers left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Needs a 6. Could be in either spot. 7, 8. The 8 has to be here. That can't be an 8 because that square already has an 8. So that's an 8, which makes that a 6. Pretty straightforward once you get going. A lot of people get intimidated by Sudoku. I'm not really sure why. I know I was for a long time until I started watching ASMR videos, and then there's a few different channels that I watched that I think I want to say ASMR Corner. That I watched their Sudoku videos, and it really got me hooked on them. Anyway, let's do this column here. 1, 2, 3. Could be any of them. 4, 5, 6, 7. That can't be a 7, so it has to be one of those 2. That can't be a 7 because that's a 7. So that's a 7. And 8 and 9. So that can't be a 9 because that's a 9. So that means that's a 9. And then the only one left there is now a 3. So that's a 3. 3, 4. Could be either 5, 6, 7, 8. Could be either. So we have to wait on that one. Let's see, this square only has 2 left. 1, 2, 3. Could be either 4, 5. Could be either 3 and 5. Okay. Let's try this vertical column here. 1, 2, 3. Could be that one or that one. 4, 5. Could be any of them. 6, 7. Has to be one of these 2. It can't be that one because that's a 7. That's a 7. Okay. Start over that one. 1, 2, 3. be there because that's a 3. So that's a 3, 4, 5. There's the only one left. 5. Okay. Which makes that's a 5 because it's the only one left. Let's look at this very middle row. 1, 2. The 2 has to be in one of those 2 spots because that 2 eliminates these. But we don't know yet. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 could be anywhere. 7 has to be one of these 2. And it can't be that one because that's a 7. So that's a 7. Okay, let's see. This square here needs a 7. It can't be those 2 because that's a 7. Can't be those 2 because that's a 7. Can't be that one because that's a 7. So that's a 7. Which means we only have, I think, 1 7 left. And it's here. It can't be there because of that 7. It can't be there because of that 7. It has to be in this row. And it has to be in the center because that has a column has a 7 and that column has a 7. So it looks like we have all the 7s now. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's do, let's see. Just thinking about the 8, if I can do anything with this 8. It has to be one of these 2. Which means it can't be those 2 because that's an 8. Can't be that one, it's gotta be one of these 2. That doesn't really help us. There's already 8 there. So that's not an 8 and that's not an 8 because that's an 8. So I gotta give up on the 8 for right now. Let's see. Oh, here's one. This needs the square needs a 4. Can't be there because that's a 4, and it can't be either of those because that's a 4. So that's a 4. And 1, 2. Let's see. 4. One of those 2 has to be a 4. That doesn't really help. Looking at the 3s. So that can't be a 3 because that's a 3. That can't be a 3 because that's a 3. So the 3 here has to be in one of those 2 spots, but I don't know which one yet. Okay, let's see. Let's look at 5s maybe. 5, 5, 5, 5. So the 5 here has to be in one of these 2. I don't know yet. One of these 2, I don't know yet. 3, 4, is that okay? 2. Okay, so the 2, that 2 means these can't be a 2. And that 2 means that can't be a 2, so the 2 has to be here. Which means the 2 has to be here, there. Okay. Let's do this middle row in the bottom section. 1, 2 could be either 3. Can't be there, but it could be there or there. 4 can't be there, and it can't be there. So it has to be there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2 could be there or there. And 3, 2 and 3. Okay. goes 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here's 1, 9. Can't go there, because that's a 9. And because that's a 9, I know these can't be a 9, so one of those has to be a 9, which eliminates that one. So that's a 9. Okay, 1, 2, do that again. 2 and 3. Those are the hard ones in this puzzle. This particular puzzle. Okay. Oh, because we filled in that 4, we know that this has to be a 2. Those can't be 2 because that's a 2, and that can't be 2 because that's a 2. So that means that one of these has to be a 2, but I don't know which one yet. That also means there's only one number. There's only one number left in this row. 1, 2, 3. It's a 3. That also means that moving up, these can't be a 3, that can't be a 3 because that's a 3, and that can't be a 3 because that's a 3. So this is 3, which means this is 3. Now that if we eliminate that one, which means that's the 2. No, my pens can't be dying, but that's better. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this row or this square now that this has been filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know yet. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know yet. Okay. Let's look at this far column. 1, 2, 3. Can't be there, so it has to be there. 4, 5, 6. Can't be there because that's a 6. So that's a 6. Man, what is wrong with my pen? This is brand new. It's starting to die on me here. Might have to get out some regular paper and do some squiggles and rehydrate it. I don't know. Sometimes licking the end helps. Just, helps moisturize the ink a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only one left. 9, okay. So that means that can't be a 9 because that's a 9. So that's a 9. Let's see. Okay. Looks like all the 9s are done. Let's look at this bottom row in the top section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be a 5 because that's a 5. So that's a 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left. 1, 2 is the only one left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That has to be a 4 because that's a 4. 5, 6 is the only one left. Okay, which means that's a 6. Okay, let's see. That's my chair squeaks. Just gonna get this random piece of paper and this pen is, I don't know. It's brand new and it's already doesn't want to work. Let's see. If I scribble faster or slower, will that make it better or worse? Oh, there we go. That worked. Anyway, okay. Hopefully that fixed it. Now where was I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That can't be a 3 because that's a 3, and that can't be a 3 because that's a 3. So that's a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That can't be a 6 because that's a 6. So that's a 6. 7, 8 is the only one left, which means that's an 8 because that can't be an 8 because that's an 8 now. There's only one left. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the only one left. Okay, which makes that a 4, because now these can be a 4 and that can be 4, because that's a 4. Now there's only one left on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the only one left. And let's see. Let's do this middle column. 1, 2. Could be in either 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, could be in either. Okay. Let's do the middle row. 1, 2. 2 could be in either 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could be in either. Wow. I'm really slow today. Okay, the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, duh. This can't be a 6 because that's a 6. So this is a 6, which makes that a 2 because it's the only one left, which makes that a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only one left, so that's an 8. Which means moving up, this has to be an 8, because this can't be an 8 because that's an 8, and that can't be an 8 because that's an 8. So now we've got 3 that only have 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only one left. 1, 2 has to go there because that's a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Done. Well, other than my pen not working, although it's working now, that was not too bad. Okay. Let's do another. Again, just leave it on lucky number 13. I'm not, to quote Michael Scott, I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. Okay. Let's just get right into it. 1, 2, needs a 2. Those can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that's a 2. 3, 4, 5 could be either. 6, 7, 8, 9 could be either. Okay. Here we go. This one needs a 3. That can't be a 3 because that's a 3. And those can't be a 3 because that's a 3. So that's a 3. Now this column and this column are covered for 3. So that has to be a 3. And it's got to be here. Because those can't be a 3 because that's a 3. Which makes that a 3. So that has to be a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be any of them. 5, 6, 7. Has to be one of those 2. No other hints. 8. 8 has to be one of those 2 as well. 9. Okay. Let's see. This square needs an 8. That can't be an 8 because that's an 8, and that can't be an 8 because that's an 8. So that's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So this column here needs a 1. One of those 2 has to be a 1 because it can't be that one. 3. Oh, here we go. 3 is there because that 3 and that 3 cover these 2. So that means that's a 1 because that can't be 1 because that's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the only one left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has to be one of those 2. Oh, that has to be a 5. I just saw that at the corner of my eye. Because that's a 5, so those can't be a 5. So that has to be a 5. 1, that's a 2, so that can be a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. That has to be a 7. Those can't be a 7 because the square already has a 7. 8, 9. Either of those could be a 9. 3, 4, 5. Right, so 5 and 9 are here. I just don't know which one's which. I don't know if you can hear it, but the cat's snoring behind me. Tell me you have a cat without telling me you have a cat. Normally she's pretty good, but we just added another pet to the house, and she's a little out of sorts, so she's been swiping at me a little more than usual. Anyway, she'll be okay. She just needs to adjust. Let's try this column here. 1, 2. Okay, so that can't be a 2 because that's a 2, and that can't be a 2 because that's a 2. So that has to be the 2. And continuing, that can't be these can't be a 2 because that's a 2. These can't be a 2 because that's a 2. It has to be one of those 2. And it can't be that one because that's a 2. So that's a 2. And then continuing with a 2 is this square here. One of these has to be a 2 because this row needs a 2 and it doesn't have one yet. Can't be that one because that's a 2 it just filled in. So that's a 2. So that means one of these has to be a 2, but I don't know which one yet. 2, 2, 2. Oh, here we go. That's a 2 because that 2 covers those and that 2 covers those. So that means that has to be a 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the only one left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's at the 6. That can't be a 6 because that's already a 6. 1, 2, 3, 7 is the only one left. And that means that's a 7. That can't be a 7 because that's a 7. And that can't be a 7 because that's a 7. So there it is. Okay. Continuing to just bounce around. One could be either of those. Let's try this middle column. So it has to be one of those 2 with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be a 5, so it has to be one of those. That can't be a 5 because that's a 5. So that's a 5, which makes that a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only one left. That's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the only one left. Now, 4 could be here, or it could be, okay. 4, 5, 6. 6 has to be down here, because this square doesn't have a 6 yet. It can't be there, because that's a 6. So that's a 6. 7 is the only one left here. 8, 9. 9 can't be there, because that's a 9. So that's a 9. So 4 is the only one left. It's a 4. Which makes that a 4, because now that can't be a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's see, let's go vertical with this column here. 1, 2, oh, we still know that's a 5. Alright, that's a 5 and a 9. We don't know which one's which yet. Okay. that's a 1. So that's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That has to be a 4. That can't be a 4 because that's a 4. 5, 6 is the only one left. Okay. Now this row here only has 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the only one left. Okay. Let's see. This row only has 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the only number left. Okay, now this needs an 8. Those can't be an 8 because that's an 8. That can't be an 8, so that's an 8. That can't be an 8 because that's an 8, so that's an 8. Let's see. It's the very bottom row. 1. It needs a 1. Don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be either of those. 6, 7. 7 has to be there because that can't be that 7 cover off these 2 spots. So now it still needs a 1, but now I have better options. So that can't be 1 because that's a 1. So that's a 1. And then 5 is the only one left. And that's a 5 and that's a 5. So the 5 has to be in the middle. There it is. Which means that has to be a 5 because that one can't be. Which means that has to be a 9. Okay, 1 is the only one left. This middle row here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't know. 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 9 because that's a 9. So that's a 9, which means that's a 6. So now that means that's a 6 because of that 6 and that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be a 4 because that's a 4. So that's a 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only one left. Okay. Another puzzle done. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. I was debating about doing 2 or 3, but I think I'm just going to stick to 2.